Hi there, I'm Christine Dunbar from SpeechModification.com, and this is my Smart American Accent training. In this video, we'll look at how to pronounce writing and riding, and we'll look at how they're similar and the small differences between the two. So, of course, the spelling is different and the meaning is different. When we're talking about writing with the WR, we're talking about writing a letter, writing an email, the act of writing. And riding, we're talking about riding in a car, riding a horse, etc. The spelling is different and the pronunciation is a little bit different. They're very similar, so I'm going to put a somewhat equal sign here. Writing them both out, I would write it as riding, because this T in writing does get flapped, and the D in riding also gets flapped. So what I mean by flapped is we have what I usually refer to as flap T. It's also the same as flap D. A flap is when I lift my tongue to where the T and D goes, my voice is on, but I'm not holding it there a long time and I'm not building up any pressure. So I'm not doing writing or riding. I'm not stopping the air fully and releasing. I just lift up, and tap back down. Riding, writing, riding. So you notice that when I say riding, if I'm saying that I sound longer, then I'm saying riding. If I'm saying writing with the I sound shorter, I'm talking about this kind of writing. It might be hard to hear the difference because the length of the vowel is really the only difference between these two words. And that's because when we have a voiced sound after a vowel, we tend to hold the vowel a little bit longer. And when we have a voiceless sound before the vowel, we tend to make it a little shorter. Now, we're no longer making a voiceless sound in writing, but we're still following that rule. So for this one, we want ri is still going to be longer than ding, riding, writing. But in this one, the ri is going to be even longer, riding, riding. So we're riding in a car, but we're writing a letter while we're riding in the car. It's pretty subtle. It might be hard to do, but you can really think of them as being fairly similar. The context is going to tell the listener which word that you're saying. And really the difference that we're talking about here is that that length of the vowel. So thank you for this request. It is a little bit trickier than some of our other words because we do tend to shorten. I think it's because I do have a video about betting and betting. And I really don't make a difference between these two, betting. I think it's because this is just the vowel. And the reason you can hear the difference here is that the I diphthong is already long. So I have a little more flexibility in I can make riding longer than writing pretty easily versus betting and bedding. Yeah, I could be making that difference in length, but I don't think that native speakers do really. So pretty much you can think of these two words as having the same pronunciation. Just note that subtle difference between the length as you're trying to use them. Thank you for this request. If you have a request you'd like to see me cover in our Word of the Day series or in our other playlists as well, feel free to leave that in the comments for this video or any of my videos. I'll add it to my list to cover in a future class. You can also attend our Saturday live question and answer class where I take your questions in the chat and I answer them for you live. We talk about pronunciation of words, American accent, lots of different topics for American English. So I hope you'll be able to join us. That's every Saturday at 9 a.m. Seattle time, 12 o'clock New York time here in the US. I'm Christine Dunbar from SpeechModification.com. If you need more help with the flap T, the vowel sounds, these sorts of concepts that we're talking about here today, do check out our online courses. Our Sounds of English course and our American Accent 6-week course will help you walk you through these details to help you really get that native-like speech. Thanks so much for joining me, for watching, sharing, commenting on the video, and subscribing. It really helps the channel grow, and I appreciate it very much. I'm Christine Dunbar from SpeechModification.com. Remember, if you want to sound like a native speaker, you can do it. SpeechModification.com. Bye, everyone. Hope to see you again soon.